Hi, welcome back to the channel. I have a few things finished. I have not cast on those socks yet. That'll happen tomorrow maybe. I don't think I'm gonna cast them on tonight. It's getting kind of late. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon. I intended to have this video done and uploaded at noon. That didn't happen, so I want to start off. Get out of here, sir. He keeps putting his face on the table. What a rudo. Come on now. He thinks it's funny. Anyway, I've been looking everywhere for the book I had been reading, and I was like, where is my book? I don't know. I looked everywhere. I looked in the house. I looked in the camper. I thought I looked in the camper. I didn't look very thoroughly in the camper because I found it. She's right here. So I can continue to start reading that again. Well, continue to read that. I can continue to read that again. The first thing I want to talk about, I finally got around to making the second placemat for my table. Sorry about the lighting. I just wanted the window open and it's very bright outside. I finished that. I actually got this pattern. This is the second one I made. I made one. My husband stole it, so I had to make another one, which I was going to make him one anyway, but he stole the first one. And I found the pattern in this Crochet World book. I don't know if this is backwards. I'm pretty sure it is, and I apologize. Someday I'll figure out how to fix that. So now I have 2 of those, which is awesome. This one I do have to leave the tails in, but that's fine. And I still have a whole bunch left on the cone, which, I mean, these things last forever. I love cones, to be honest. The only other thing I worked on was the second Waterlily top that I was making. And it's finished. This is for one of my granddaughters. I might have to move. And then we're still in funky lighting, but at least you can see the actual sweater. I was a little bit unsure how it would turn out because I did have to adjust the smallest size that she had on the pattern. This is Olga. I can't never remember her last name. I'll list it below. This is her pattern. And we were doing a crochet along with Holly from Stitch is Gonna Stitch, and I decided to make a second one after that. Now this is, I sort of wish I would have made it a little bit like bigger, but I think that's gonna stretch just fine. I think she'll fit in it just fine. What I did was she called for a certain amount of these rows, these patterns. Let's see, yep, the little fans there. And instead of doing the full length, height, words are really not that tricky for me most of the time, I promise. It seems like lately, whenever I turn on the camera, I forget how to talk. So, but it was, I don't remember what the number is she called for, but I want to say 3 rows or 3 sets of rows, because you would count the shell, and then the other part of the next row would be the chain row where you connect the next row of shells to. So I took it down by 3, I think. So I did 3 less rounds of shells than she called for. And I think that's pretty much the only modification I made to this, was just to make it so that, well, obviously I had to do, I did have to change how many rows rows were going to be in the shoulder parts too. But that is pretty much it that I changed it on. She is absolutely going to love this because she has been begging for me to make her something out of this yarn, and I think she's going to love this. I'm super excited, but it's not for, she won't get it till Christmas, so it'll be a little while. Other than that, I haven't touched anything else. I haven't done the couple pairs of socks that I have on the needle already. I haven't cast on the one I ripped back for a second time. I'm not mad at that anymore. It needed to be done. It is what it is. It's a little bit disheartening when you have to rip something back that you've got almost, I got to the toes, and I said, you know, maybe before I get to the toes and then go back and do the afterthought heel, I should check and make sure it's going to fit on my foot. And I'm glad, because the afterthought heel, I'd have been really upset if I had got that in and then it, you know, got the whole thing tied together and all nice and it didn't work. I would have been so upset. So I'm glad it happened when it happened, and I'm going to stop putting my hands on this table because I can see the camera shaking, and I apologize. I have a bad habit of using my hands when I talk and also resting them on the table. And I'm working on it, I promise. I think for the next video for Wednesday, I want to work. Do I want to work on? I do want to work on my socks. Maybe I'll just make it like a sock week, and this whole week will be just dedicated to socks. I think that's probably what I'll do. And with that, if it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I will see you in the next one.